What about then, why is it important to consider how various psychosocial hazards combine?
Yeah. Well, again, because they're tricky things, psychosocial hazards. Sometimes they can, or the factors, I guess, rather than hazards. Sometimes they can actually be protective or promoting of mental health, and sometimes they can be harmful depending on how they combine. So, if we take work overload as an example, when work overload or high workload rather is combined with high autonomy and good supervisor support, a lot of the time when people have that type of a working environment, they are able to experience what we would call flourishing, which is a state of positive mental health where they're sort of in flow and they're really enjoying their work and they're doing very well. If we took work overload and combined that with workplace incivility and low autonomy, um, that's sort of the ingredients for burnout. So really, we can see there one work factor, high workload, that can actually be a positive or a negative depending on how it's interacting with those other hazards as well as how it's interacting with individual preferences.
Yeah, so we know with psychosocial hazards, they can combine to create greater risk, more so than a lot of physical hazards. So if you think about things like working at heights, working in confined spaces, trip hazards, they can all be mutually exclusive. Whereas with psychosocial hazards, they tend to, like you say, interact and combine and to cause the risk, the potential of harm.